Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alicia, and in today's video we'll be doing a book review for The Isle of the Lost by Melissa De La Cruz. So let's talk about this beauty. So, Isle of the Lost by Melissa De La Cruz. This is from Disney Hyperion, and I'm just going to go ahead and read the synopsis for you. It says, Maleficent, mistress of the dark. As self-proclaimed ruler of the Isle, Maleficent has no tolerance for anything less than pure evil. She has little time for her subjects, who have still not mastered life without magic. Her only concern is getting off the Isle of the Lost. Mal. At 16, Maleficent's daughter is the most talented student at Dragon Hall, best known for her evil schemes. And when she hears about the search for the dragon's eye, Mal thinks this could be her chance to prove herself the cruelest of them all. Evie. Having been castle-schooled for years, Evil Queen's daughter Evie doesn't know the ins and outs of Dragon Hall, but she's a quick study, especially after she falls for one too many of Mal's little tricks. Jay. As the son of Jafar, Jay is a boy of many talents, stealing and lying to name a couple. Jay and Mal have been frenemies forever, and he's not about to miss out on the quest for the dragon's eye. Carlos. Cruella de Vil's son may not be the bravest, but he's certainly clever. Carlos's inventions may be the missing piece in locating the dragon's eye and ending their banishment for good. And then it also says on the back of the book jacket, it says that 20 years ago, all the evil villains were banished from the kingdom of Auradon to the Isle of the Lost, a dark and dreary place protected by a force field that makes it impossible for them to leave. Stripped of their magical powers, the villains now live in total isolation, forgotten by the world. But hidden in the Forbidden Fortress is a dragon's eye, the key to true darkness and the villain's only hope of escape. Only the cleverest, evilest, nastiest villain can find it. Who will it be? In the quest for the dragon's eye, these kids are proof that just because you come from an evil family tree, being good isn't so bad. So this one was quite interesting to read. What I know about this book series in general, from what I've heard from a lot of different booktubers, and also I believe they have also talked about it in like one of the behind the scenes type things. But so the series goes, you read this book first, and then where this book leaves off, the first movie, Descendants, picks up from where this left off. So in the first movie, and I have to go back and watch this one, but in the first movie, I believe they kind of meet up, and that's when they go to Auradon. And then you read the second book, and then the second movie, and then the third movie, or third book and third movie, and so on and so on. So this is before they get to the school in the in Auradon. So this is like when they all meet up. They're going to Dragon Hall and doing their evil things on the Isle of the Lost. And the search for the dragon's eye, apparently in this book, something happens. Some magic has been has come into the dome that it goes over the top of the Isle of the Lost, and then they are magically they're able to go and find the dragon's eye, but there are some obstacles along the way. So I will say with Isle of the Lost, it's not what I anticipated with this book. I thought that this book was, you know how like they turn books into movies, so I thought this book was for the first movie of the Descendants, where this is not. It's kind of like a before. So you read this, then the movie happens, or the stuff in the movie happens, and you go from there. I did enjoy reading about the Descendants and how they're treated by their evil parents. Of course, with them being on Isle of the Lost, you see how life is with the villains and all of their, I guess, subjects or sidekicks or whatever you want to call them. Because there's a lot of, like, Maleficent has some of her, like, little goblin subjects on the Isle, but they run, like, businesses and stuff like that. But then you have Jafar, who runs, like, the Isle's pawn shop. And so whatever Jay brings in, he tries to sell to the people on the Isle of Lost. So it's like them making a living on this Isle of Lost, but they're really not going anywhere. They're just going in circles, pretty much. But then the Dragon's Eye comes into play, and Mal, Evie, Jay, and Carlos all try to find it, and they all try to do it for their own personal gain, but then stuff happens in the end, which I won't spoil. But reading this one, it was very interesting. I will say that as it got closer to the end, it was more interesting, but I feel like the ending for me was really, I don't know, like I expected more from the ending. So, I don't know, if you've read this book, please leave a comment down below and let me know how you enjoyed it, what you thought of the book as a whole, or at least the ending. But yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed reading this one. It's good to see where the characters are and where they came from. Next, I want to go and watch the first movie that comes after this. I've watched it before, but I want to rewatch it, and then I will move into book 2, which I believe is Return to Isle of the Lost. I'll read that and then continue with the series of book, movie, so on and so on. So there you have it, guys. There is my review for Isle of the Lost. Before I forget, I did rate this 4 out of 5 stars, and yeah, so we'll move on with the rest of the series and see if they continue with the 4 out of 5 stars, or if they get better or worse. But that is all for this video. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.